Step one, winterizing. You want to first relieve the pressure on your hot water heater. You'll just take this and let it do its thing. So as you can see, Greg is taking the anode rod out. Before you do that, you'll want to shut the master switch off down on the bottom left side to off, and that'll completely turn off the water heater. And then you'll want to relieve the pressure on the top that you'll see in the next step, and you'll hold that open for a couple of seconds until you start seeing some water spitting out and all that pressure is gone. Then from there, you'll follow the steps through the video and undo the anode rod. And then you use, what size socket is that?
1 1/16.
1 1/16 socket or crescent wrench, whatever you got. You'll go ahead and take excuse me, this anode rod out, and you'll go ahead and let that drain until it runs completely out. So this is your master switch. You always want to leave that on. You don't want to mess with that. You just want to control it from the inside on your in-command system. You can run electric or propane, and if you do both, it's going to have the quickest recovery rate of them all. So for the Winterize, you'll go ahead and open up and drain your water lines. That's what your low point drains are here in the wet bay. So just a little cheater note here. When you're draining your low point drains, if you open up your valves, it'll help move that water along a lot quicker just because of the nature of gravity. Or it even helps to come up here, turn hot water and cold water on. You can hear that air sucking because it's pulling all that water out and it's not fighting gravity. And then you've also got the drain for your freshwater tank underneath the coach. Mr. Greg's going to do a demonstration for you. Here. And what's that one doing?
Draining the tank.
There you got another cap. It's going to be right there. Just the way it's sitting.
Yeah.
So as this fresh tank is still draining, you can hear it sucking the air through this vent up here. So it'll take a little bit. You got 60 gallons in there it's going to run through. On your slide, so this is going to be your fridge line. So this is running, I don't know if you can see here, that blue line running through the frame. It actually runs from right here to your island through the floor, and then it stubs up to your main line coming in through the island as well. So as we winterize, you'll actually go ahead and you'll stick a hose in here, and then that will connect into your antifreeze jug. You will flip this water heater bypass to the on position as it is now. Then you'll go ahead inside, you'll turn your pump on and flip this tab that says Winterize to on, and what that will do is just start activating that pump of pulling the pink antifreeze through, and it'll run all the way through till you see it start draining out of these low point drains. When you see that, go ahead and shut the Winterize off, and of course you'll want to wait to do that once this is drained out. So once you see the antifreeze running out of here, that's when you know the whole system has been antifreezed. However, on the fridge, you do have to go through and run an ice cycle a couple of times until you see that antifreeze running through your ice maker. So we'll go ahead right now and check that out so you have an understanding how everything is working. And I'll also show you how the water lines run. So they're running in from your wet bay over there. It runs through the middle of the coach right to the floor. Those water lines are going to run right beside this heat duct through here, which is a key element of them saying that it is rated for 0-degree temperatures, because it keeps the water line from freezing just from the ambient heat of this heat duct. So there's other brands that don't do that, and that's what Montana's known for, is just doing it right. So then the water lines will come up and stub through over here. As you can see, the red and white, or red and blue lines, you'll see those stubbing up. Those are your main lines. And then running to your ice maker, there's this valve back here that you can kind of see. Sorry, it's a little tight. It's pretty awesome they put LEDs in here. So this is going to run to your ice maker. Right now it is off. You'll want to make sure that that is on when you are winterizing, as it will be because you use the ice maker, right? So when that's on, then that water line runs back down through the floor. If you remember, where I was just pointing at the water line coming out in the frame over there. So the water line runs along through here and then pokes out through your frame. That water line then runs in the slide on the floor. And there's a valve back behind this door to the right of your oven. You take these screws out and there is an ice maker shut-off valve. You can see the stickers telling you here that that valve is back here. A lot of people will cut a hole here and put a nice plate, but there's another valve back there that you want to turn on, obviously, to have your ice maker going. So go ahead and have that opened up. And this is your ice maker. There's your holding tray. That's where the magic happens. So you'll want to run a couple cycles with the antifreeze still hooked up to the jug, because it's going to run through here. Just make sure your low point drains are shut off. It's going to run through, come out, and once that turns pink, then you know that this water line has been antifreezed and you're good to go for storage. And the way you make sure that that is running, so up in your fridge, you've got ice on and off. So when that light is on, it's actually saying that it is off. So your ice maker is off currently. You'll want to go ahead and have that on, and then it'll do its process of making the ice.